3 months after Etsy banned me and stole my money, they actually paid up. Now, I bet you're wondering, why was I banned in the first place and how did I get them to pay up? And those are excellent questions that I don't really have the answer to, but let's travel all the way back in time and retell this story for those who are new here. 3rd of April, yes, in April 2024, I launched some products on Etsy, or one product on Etsy, launched a video alongside it, showing me making the product. So very handmade. And it sold out that night. I was very excited because, long and short of it, the project meant a lot to me because of various reasons. 4th of April, I packaged everything up. 5th of April, sent everything out. 6th of April, Etsy suspended my account permanently for reasons. They gave me a list of reasons and said, it could be one of these, but it is not limited to these reasons. So naturally, I appealed the decision, and within 6 minutes or so, they just decided, no, I was not eligible for reinstatement. I've got a few notes here, just a few, because it's such a stupid story. So this was theoretically a human review, and that was kind of it. I kept submitting fresh appeals whenever I could. So their process is after 2 weeks, they close the ticket, kind of no matter what. Doesn't matter whether you're contacting them or not, they just close the ticket. So I had 9 support tickets that were closed without resolution, and each of them closed after 14 days. 7 of those had no response whatsoever from Etsy. Now, during that time, I was also using their request a callback feature, which, the story keeps getting better. The request a callback feature isn't available if your account's suspended. They hide the link. So I had a friend in the US who I'm not going to say who it was because I would 100% believe that Etsy would retaliate against them. Got the link for that, requested a callback. So I did that about 5 times and spoke to someone every time who always promised me that they definitely were going to escalate it, and then I'd hear nothing back. On the 4th time that happened, they seemingly were trying to help and then just hung up on me midway through, which was great. Now, I had been contacting them via Twitter, via Facebook, via Instagram, calling them out publicly. They just don't care. Etsy, the company that wants to keep commerce human, that's their tagline. They don't care. They don't respond to anything publicly. They don't care about being shamed because they just don't care. Pretty simple. On July 3rd, which was the 5th time I got that callback feature thingy, I was told they were totally going to escalate it, and they even gave me a ticket number that wasn't valid and I couldn't look it up. Fantastic. Then on the 5th of July, I got an invitation from Etsy's Creator Collective. So this is a program they have where they want influencers, for lack of a better word, so YouTubers, Instagrammers, all of that, to spruik the benefits of the Etsy platform, like being booted from the platform and having all your money stolen. And I responded to that invitation in perhaps a not very positive manner, saying, hey, why would I want a percentage of sales when my current percentage is 0%? Now, I didn't immediately get a response from that, but eventually someone said, hey, third-party company that deals with our influencers, maybe you should check this out, but never got a response from them. On the 10th of July, their CEO did this big announcement how they're competing with Temu and they're refocusing on their creators, or whatever bullshit that CEOs say. And that got me a little bit riled up. So again, I sent out a response to the Creative Collective saying that I didn't want a part of it. But I also CC'd in the CEO, the CFO, and the Chief Legal Counsel. And weirdly, just 2 days later, I got a response from Alessa, a senior escalations and appeals specialist. It's just really mysterious that this person that I've never spoken to suddenly had my account and all of that, and she reinstated the account, promised the next day that the money would be sent out. Now, it wasn't the next day, it was 4 days later, but it's Etsy, so that's back pretty much in the next minute, let alone the next day. The payment did actually come through, which is a small miracle. I left it a few days before responding to her because I didn't believe that it was actually going to go through. I also don't believe in good faith transactions with Etsy anymore. I could 100% see them resuspending my account or just stopping the transaction if I was too negative to them. So I took that power away from them by waiting. So I asked, why was I suspended and how did it end up on your plate, just in case this happens again, either to myself or to others, so that, we know the process. And she responded with, and this is a direct quote, "As I'm sure you will understand, to protect the security of our marketplace, we are unable to disclose the specific indicators detected by our system and are unable to disclose our internal review process." And she's ignored any further communication. How wonderful! This company that keeps commerce human won't deal with you. So if you're ever in a situation like this where your account is suspended, the only things I can think of are be a YouTuber, and they might eventually reach out to you by accident, or just directly email the CEO, CFO, and legal counsel. I'll have their email addresses on screen. Because I don't know what I did. Their system picked me up as being bad. I don't know how. I don't know why. Maybe someone reported me. I don't know. There's no communication from Etsy that's actually valuable. This process has been exhausting through various disabilities. This just wrecks me. The phone calls dealing with the tech support, who clearly don't give a crap about their customers or their job, don't do anything, and they're so slow and incompetent, and it's just a nightmare. Like, these phone calls were wiping me out energy-wise for the day, because you'd spend 20, 30 minutes just passing over information, and their line quality is appalling and they can't do anything, and it's such a frustrating experience. I'd urge you not to use Etsy if you can avoid it, because they're beholden to shareholders, not to their actual customers, the sellers. So they don't care about you as an individual. And there's no collective bargaining that you can do with a corporation like this. I won't be using Etsy again, that much is obvious. I will launch my own store at some point because I have an audience, and that's great. And I know not everyone does. But if you're relying on Etsy for income, you are gambling, because eventually they'll come for you. Not because you've done anything, but because their algorithm for auto-detecting things is just bad. Meanwhile, they'll allow drop shippers, they'll allow flooding the market with garbage from Temu and AliExpress and all of that, because they want to see numbers go up. They don't care about sellers. I'm glad this saga is behind me, but my goodness, it is just depressing. Thanks for watching.